Alright guys, sorry for the wait. I think we are now ready to show Jason and also Hafiz Siddik the team preview.
Yeah, Jason brings Cresselia, Nidoqueen, Salamence, Kartana, Tapu Fini, and Incineroar, while Hafiz Siddik brings Tapu Fini, Salamence, Zapdos, Kartana, Incineroar, and Kommo-o. What do you think about this team?
Yes, Jason's team, it has two good intimidates, while Hafiz Siddik has two dragon type Pokemon, which is fairly weak for Tapu Fini. Cresselia, here I think it's a really good pivot to counter Pokemon such as the Salamence, for example. As we know, he brings the Icy Wind, and also, for example, for a Psychic to Kommo, which can deal a lot of damage.
Yeah, and there's we see on the battlefield from Hafiz, Tapu Fini, and Incineroar, while Jason brings Cresselia and Incineroar on the battlefield. And there's we can see the Intimidate on each side.
So yeah, both of these two players is bringing Intimidator, which is the Incineroar in the very early of the game. But I should say that Hafiz Siddik has a better position with the Tapu Fini threatening the Incineroar with the Mighty Water, or even a Moonblast can deal a lot of damage onto the Cresselia. Incineroar also from Hafiz Siddik can just launch off a knockoff without a fake out, but it's actually using a fake out onto the Cresselia, not letting it to have doing any trick room.
Both using fake out on the first turn.
So both players decides to just go for a fake out onto the side Pokemon. And Cresselia here can pretty much safely set up a trick room. But just go for an Icy Wind onto both of these two Pokemon. But as we know, right now that means Cresselia is the fastest Pokemon on the field, even though it's not the fastest Pokemon there is in the Pokemon world. And we see the Calm Mind coming out from Jason.
I mean like, and there's the knockoff from Hafiz Siddik Incineroar into Jason's Incineroar and knock off the Figgy Berry, while the Incineroar from Jason to knock off the Mago Berry from Tapu Fini.
So we see more players using a knockoff, but the difference is that Hafiz Siddik is knocking off the Incineroar while Jason is knocking off the Hafiz Siddik Tapu Fini. But both is resulting, we know that both of them are bringing a berry type variant, fish berry type variant. But right now Cresselia is still standing strong. But if Jason decides not to switch in, he probably might lose the berry as well.
From Jason Incineroar into Nidoqueen. There's the Moonblast from Tapu Fini targeting into the Nidoqueen slot. Quite damage, even though it's not very effective.
Oh, and that special attack drop is really huge. Knockoff is going on to the Nidoqueen as well, knocking off the Live Orb, and Hafiz Siddik is making some good plays. He just don't go for he doesn't go for the Muddy Water to the knock off or deals a lot of damage to the Incineroar, but just go for a Moonblast to the Nidoqueen, or probably predicting something, a switch in, for example like Salamence, but with a knock off as well. He also covers other types of switches, such as the Nidoqueen right now, so the Nidoqueen loses Live Orb.
Yeah, I think Jason is, it's quite a pinch for Nidoqueen. She wanna survive long there, but there's the helping hand from Cresselia supporting the Nidoqueen, while Tapu Fini use Protect, and there's the Earth Power from Nidoqueen into the Incineroar. But
does a lot of damage, but because of the Life Orb is not there, it's still surviving and munching away this berry. We
restore the health until Green Bar, and there's Incineroar use the Flower Blast into Nidoqueen and pick up a KO.
Yes, definitely picks up the KO there. The health is really low, and also Incineroar is still standing strong to go for another knock off to the Cresselia.
And there's Jason send out Salamence into the battlefield. There's the Intimidate makes the Hafiz Siddik Incineroar attack drop.
Yes, the Intimidate here is really important for in the Incineroar, so that the knockoff will make sure that Jason doesn't lose the Cresselia in one knockoff. Also, Salamence here is really is a really good position just to go for a double edge onto the Tokopedia, as it is not has been -1. But now we see that Jason's Salamas has been involved.
Yeah. Now Cresselia use helping hand to support the Salamans. And here's the frustration into the Tokopedia and knock off. Pick up a KO. And there's the knock off from Incineroar into the Cresselia. But it's knock off the Citrus from Cresselia.
Yes, it's a really important intimidate by Jason there, with the Salamas dropping the attack of the Incineroar, and also makes it make sure that the Salamas can pick up the KO onto the top of it with the frustration and also a helping hand.
And as we see Kartana on the field.
Yeah, it seems Kartana is Hafiz answer to battling against the Salamas. And also Cresselia, Salamas decides to go for a dragon dance,
raising its attack and speed. And there's Kartana use smart strikes targeting the Salamans.
Not a lot of damage. Cresselia uses Icy Wind, reducing the speed by 1 stage of these two Pokemon. So probably Kartana will be slower, definitely slow after the Dragon Dance. Also the Icy Wind onto both of these two Pokemon.
And there's no off from Incineroar in the Salamans.
Yeah, I can't think of much way why the Incineroar decides to go for a knockoff again onto the Salamans, because at the back we know that the Incineroar's the only Pokemon at the Jason's back is the Incineroar, and the Incineroar has lost its berry. So I'm not sure why Hafiz wants to go for that, but probably, for example, probably it's going for an alive switch. The Cresselia is going for an alive switch, so that the knockoff is going to become a super effective damage onto the Cresselia.
Jason switched, put Incineroar back into the field again. Make Hafiz Siddik Incineroar. Oh, Hafiz just switched, also switched Incineroar into Salamence to intimidate back the opponent.
So yeah, right now Salamence attack stage is back to normal, and the frustration is going on to the non-mega. Salamence almost picks up the KO. Leaf Blade onto the Cresselia slot, not very effective onto the Incineroar. And so right now, Oktavian Jason is in a really good position to punish Hafiz Siddik from his misplays.
Yeah, it's really become a tough battle. We really don't know what will happen next.
So yeah, I think right now Salamence it will go Mega Evolve, and here another Intimidate is coming in, which is the Incineroar again.
Yeah,
going to reduce the attack of these two physical attackers from Oktavian Jason. He's going to reset his Pokemon so that the attacks of these two physical sweepers will go down and down. But do not forget that Salamence still have a Hyper Voice.
And their Salamence use Protect. And there's the Incineroar use Fake Out but blocked by the Protect. And there's the Dragon Dance, raising its attack.
Oh, and that's really huge. The Dragon Dance from Salamence going to increase the attack by 1 stage again. So right now the attack of Salamence is +1 and also +2. He did really well not going for an attack, just go for a Dragon Dance, so that on the very next turn he can launch up a Frustration, which potentially knocks out the Incineroar. But right now, let's see what will be going on.
I mean, but for Jason's position, the Pokemon already drop attack by 2, right?
Yeah, he's not by 2, but don't forget that he has a Dragon Dance twice, so it's become neutral.
Yeah, and now Siddik switched the Incineroar again into the Kartana. And there's the Salamence use Protect. And there's the Hyper Voice, giving some damage into the Incineroar. And there's knock off into Kartana and knock it off the Assault Vest.
Yeah, knocking off the Kartana, revealing that it's an Assault Vest. It's really huge for a best of 3 set game. so that Jason can know what to do. Or he knows the item is really huge about the katana. It's not aggressive Z, it's our assault fast variant. Right now, katana is really threatening Incineroar with the sacred sword, but at the back is the Cresselia. Sacred sword to Cresselia deals a lot of damage, and also if he decides to kill off, cannot kill off the Incineroar slot, either Incineroar or the Cresselia.
Yeah, and
The katana can lose through the frustration.
Unless the frustration blocked by the protect, and Kartana use sacred sword into Incineroar and knock and pick up a KO.
So right now Katana is with the beast boost of +1 is really looking good, especially Cresselia is Jason's last Pokemon. It has no offensive pressure, but it does have Psychic or even an Icy Wind just to launch off a huge damage and potentially or probably picking up the KO onto the Salamence. But at the back, Hafiz still has another one more Intimidator, which is really huge for the Salamence, so the Salamence can drop by one stage.
Yeah, and there's Hafiz just switch out the elements into Incineroar again to send out Intimidate.
The Incineroar is huge here because Incineroar cannot be -1. No more Intimidates. Smart Strike onto the Salamence. Potential picking up the KO for Hafiz. So probably Hafiz will take this game 1 with that +2. A katana onto the Cresselia. Cresselia decides to go up for the Icy Wind, going to drop those katana and also Incineroar by one stage, but sadly cannot pick up the KO onto the katana.
Yeah, it's really a good game by Hafiz. I mean, like, now Jason thinking to forfeit the match.
But Jason decides to forfeit right now, so Hafiz Siddik won the first game right now on this semi-final B best of 3 game 1. We're looking forward to the game 2. Probably Jason will make some adjustments, especially on to battling against his Salamence and also Incineroar lead. With all that Intimidates switching in and everything, it's making hard for Oktavian Jason to land off a huge attack to Hafiz Siddik's side.
Yeah, I think Hafiz Siddik really make a good judgment, like when to switch, when to bring out again the Incineroar and the Salamence.
But yeah, then again, it will be really complicated as we know that both of these two players are experienced. They know each other very well. So I'm looking forward to this to the next game where Oktavian Jason may make some retaliation to Hafiz Siddik and probably bring us to the game 3.
Yeah, Intimidate really become a important role. Jason really need a new strategy, so he really need to bring out more adjustment to his team if he wants to turn back the game. Or Hafiz, can he win another match so he will be the winner? What do you think, Hashigi?
It seems that Jason has known the adjustment that he needs to make, or at least the steps that he is going to Hafiz Siddik to win this game 2 and bring us to the game 3. As we see, Jason is actually choosing his Pokemon first rather than Hafiz Siddik. And so right now we will be looking onto the leads of Oktavian Jason. I'm really looking forward and interested to see Jason's lead right now.
Yeah, and Hafiz Siddik sent out Incineroar and Tapu Fini, while Jason sent Nidoqueen and Incineroar. I mean, like,
so here again we see 2 Intimidates with both Incineroar, but Hafiz makes some adjustments. He doesn't go. He goes for a Tapu Fini, while Jason is going for the Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen right now is really huge because a Sludge Bomb Nidoqueen can just potentially picking up the KO onto the Tapu Fini. But not to mention, this Incineroar just came out. This is turn 1, so both Incineroar just can go for a fake out as the previous game. goes for a fake out to the both Pokemons that are not the Incineroar.
Yeah, Nidoqueen threatening the Tapu Fini, but Tapu Fini also threatening the Jason's Incineroar. I mean, like,
Hafiz Siddik just now, his Incineroar is faking out first, so I'm not sure if the fake out is going to go correctly onto the
yeah,
Incineroar, or is it a speed tie?
yeah, and
Pokemon decides to go for protect. Once they get any chip damage that's going on onto these two Pokemons.
yeah, and now all the fake out is blocked because they already know each other's style in the first turn from the previous match. Same style. What will happen next, Sashiki?
So I think here, either they want to conserve their Pokemons or they just want to go for a blow. For example, Nidoqueen here has an option to go for a Sludge Belt to the Tapu Fini or an Up Power to the Incineroar. But Oktavian Jason also just now has the option to go obviously has the option to go for a Muddy Water to the board of these two Pokemon and potentially super effective onto these two Pokemon. But we see that there's a switch.
Yeah, now we have Tapu Fini on the field while Hafiz and Kartana on the field, and there's a knockoff from Incineroar into the Nidoqueen, knock off its life orb.
Yeah, Hafiz is really making some good boost right there. The Katana switch in, removing any damage incoming from the Slash Ball, Life Orb, Shield Force, Nidoqueen, and the knockoff also deals a lot of some damage onto the Nidoqueen as well as dropping off the Life Orb. Really huge. Tapu Fini here is also threatened by the Katana with the Leaf Blade. So right now I think that Hafiz is 1 or 2 steps ahead in this game.
Yeah, I think Hafiz really make a good judgment to switch its Kartana into the battlefield. And there's Jason switch of the Nidoqueen into the Salamence, sending out the Intimidate into the Incineroar and the Kartana. And
Yeah,
there's-
here the Katana is using Leaf Blade as actually opting to go to the Incineroar slot, probably predicting, Nidoqueen slot. I'm not sure why he does that. Is that a misclick or what? But Jason's Hydro Vortex from the Tapu Fini right now is going on, and probably it will be go into the Katana, into the Incineroar and pick this up the KO.
yeah, Tapu Fini knock it off the Incineroar. Good move from Jason. I mean, like now.
Yeah, I almost thought that the Katana is going for the Leaf Blade onto the Tapu Fini, which can result Tapu Fini suffer a lot of damage. But it seems that the Sacred Sword is going onto the Salamence side, and that Shift Force an enormous amount of damage from the Leaf Blade is actually becoming a chip damage onto a Pokemon that resists 4 times to Leaf or to Grass type.
Yeah. I think, do you think there will be another switch later?
Yeah, Hafiz is going probably to go for another. No. Right here, right now, Salamence is going to be switched probably onto the Incineroar just to grant up the Intimidate so that the Leaf Blade from the Katana is ensured not to kill the Octavian Jason Tapu Fini, as he has the choice of pivoting his Pokemon.
And there's the Protect from Tapu Fini. While Kartana used Leaf Blade but blocked by the Protect. And there's Tapu Fini use Icy Wind, trying to make the Incineroar speed drop.
So Hafiz is actually turning out to have an Icy Wind. An Icy Wind onto the Salamence is going to be a very huge amount of damage, especially Tapu Fini. Hafiz is probably onto the more bulky, but also have a good amount of special attack. Katana being threatened is being withdrawn, going for the Salamence right now. But if it decides to get the Moonblast or the Tapu Fini, it's going to be huge. Incineroar onto the Tapu Fini. Doesn't want to let any damage. And the Moonblast coming on to it.
Pick up a KO. Good game from Jason.
Yes, it's a really good prediction by Jason that Tapu Fini going for the Moonblast onto the Salamence is very, very huge. And so right now, Hafiz Siddik is in a really hard position to win the game. Just though I thought that Hafiz Siddik has the position to win the game with the Katana also with the Leaf Blade onto the Salamence slot. It's something that you wouldn't want to do, especially at the back. There's no Pokemon that actually has a super effective or weak to grass type move such as a Leaf Blade.
Yeah, misplay will really become a fatal. I mean, like now Jason really on the upper hand. And there's Tapu Fini use Protect while the Kartana use Sacred Sword into the Incineroar slot. And
oh, that's a critical hit. I don't think that's a critical hit.
yeah, but it's snagging its berry and regain some health back. And there's the Moonblast into the Incineroar. Make the special attack drop. And there's Incineroar use U-turn into the Kartana. Come back. It's critical hit. Went back to Jason and Jason gonna switch for.
He's probably going into switching into a Salamence so that another Intimidate can just reduce the Katana's attack even lower. But Nidoqueen is also a good option here. Going for the Sludge Bomb onto the Tapu Fini. Make sure that Tapu Fini, one of the most threatening Pokemon to Jason's team, is that can ensure him the second game win and bring us to the third game.
Yeah, there's Jason take back the Tapu Fini and switch it back again with Incineroar. There's while Nido can use Sludge Bomb into Tapu Fini, big damage there.
And munching away its berry.
Yeah, munching its berry and regain some health back. There's Kartana use Leaf Blade into Nidoqueen. And there's Tapu Fini use Calm Mind.
Oh, and the Calm Mind from Hafiz is going to be huge if the because right now Tapu Fini's health is actually quite healthy, but it has activated its berry.
Yeah, already.
It has activated its berry, but right now with Muddy Water, it can easily cleans up Nidoqueen and also Incineroar. But Katana here probably wants to get that one attack boost by killing the Nidoqueen or even the Incineroar with a Sacred Sword. But probably right now a Leaf Blade onto the Nidoqueen side is more. It's a bit safer because the Pokemon's at the back is either a Tapu Fini or it's either a Tapu Fini or an Incineroar or a Salamence.
Yeah, right now Hafiz is really not in a good position. I mean, like, and there's the Tapu Fini use the Protect. There's canceling the Sludge Bomb. And Kartana use Leaf Blade into Nidoqueen and pick up a KO.
Yes, definitely picks up the KO, but right now Kartana needs to lose himself because there is Incineroar with the Flablets going on directly onto the Katana. Weakness times by 4. There's no chance the Katana will survive. And so right now Tapu Fini bears the he bears the weight of winning Hafiz Siddik's second game. And here we go. Tapu Fini is being sent back out by Jason and resets the Misty Surge terrain. I don't think a Muddy Water from Hafiz Siddik can pick up the KO onto the Tapu Fini and re-roll the state of the board. But let's see what will they do.
Yeah, we will see what move will happen next. There's the Moonblast on into the Tapu Fini.
Oh, and a special attack fell as well. Moonblast.
Another Moonblast into the Tapu Fini. Both special attack are dropped. There's the Flare Blades into Tapu Fini. I think they will both use another Moon Blast after that.
Yes, the Moonblast once again is probably still not gonna pick up the KO, but with -1 it cannot do much. The Zero is now dead. Here's Oktavian Jason's last Pokemon is the Samus, which is pretty much in the full health. Tapu Fini also has a good amount of health as well, so probably Jason will bring us to game 3.
Yeah, and there's Salamence come into the battlefield. While Hafiz, Siddik, Tapu Fini is already on critical HP. Yeah.
And Thomas uses frustration just to pick up the KO of Hafiz, Siddik.
Yeah.
So we'll be bringing onto the game 3. Please give a round of applause to these two players.
Yeah. Now they're back to 1-1. Both really showing a good game, good fighting, good strategy, good switch out with each other opponent.
Yes, I think that Jason's make a good adjustment onto Hafiz Siddik's side, but I wouldn't say the matchup of the team is really bad. But I'm looking forward for Hafiz Siddik to make some adjustment on this third game, especially we know that the state of his first his first game, the strategy works. But sometimes winning the first game is not what matters. What matters most is you get the most information out of it, and how you come back on the second game and you win on the third game, so that you can get the match point.
Yeah, cannot wait to see the third game. What will happen after this? Since both really struggling, trying their best to outwit the opponent.
Yes, of course they're doing their best. We have cash prizes on the line, and not to mention we are having this tournament in Indonesia Game Experience. We have a lot of tournaments here. Pokemon is one of them. We have Tekken, Dota, AOV, and everything. We also want to thank our sponsors. We have Tokopedia, we have Logitech, a gaming series. We have PS Enterprise, and also the seat is by the X-Racer. And also at this event, once again we tell you, if you have the time to come or anything, we are holding this event. Thank you for having us, Indonesia Games Experience. And I think without further ado, let's get on to the battle once again. I think they are ready to.
Jason already picked his Pokemon. We are waiting for Hafiz. Yeah, both players are ready. We're gonna see the third battle. There's Hafiz and Incineroar and Zapdos, while Jason and Incineroar and Nidoqueen.
So yeah, Hafiz Siddik bring out the Zapdos right here. Definitely an adjustment that Hafiz Siddik wants to take. Probably with the Icy Wind from the Cresselia going on to Hafiz Siddik's Pokemon, he know that if he sets up Tailwind, he can overcome that probably. And right now, the Nidoqueen can actually launch off a good Earth power onto the Incineroar, but Zapdos here, if it's not get caught by the fake out, can easily set up a Tailwind so that Hafiz Siddik's Pokemon at the back can just set up. And Hafiz is actually knowing that the fake out twice, Hafiz is faster.
Yeah.
Faking out onto the Incineroar right now. But Nidoqueen
power is the Incineroar. Pick up a KO. A good first turn for Jason.
But the Tailwind here is going to be huge. But Zapdos here cannot do a lot of damage onto these two Pokemon, especially Nidoqueen is a ground type Pokemon. Cannot deal any damage with a Thunderbolt. You can deal some damage to the Incineroar, but Incineroar is a very bulky Pokemon. It's really hard for you to win against him.
Yeah.
Salamence is Hafiz answers right now, and also Hafiz can actually, with the Tailwind being set up, Hafiz just can go for a Mega Evolve, go for a direct Double Edge, or even a Hyper Voice for example, and then on the next turn he can just sweep out, because the Isidore here cannot do a lot of things against Zapdos or Salamence, except he goes for a knockout onto Zapdos, revealing its item or probably just dropping off what's most likely its berry.
And there's Salamence, Mega Evolve. To Mega Salamence. There's Salamence use Protect.
Yeah, he does probably use Protect just not to get any damage from the Ice Beam, but Nidoqueen here just go for a Protect. Zapdos is going to hit the ball onto the Protected Nidoqueen. Isidore uses knockoff.
Into Zapdos. Knock it off the Agua Berry.
Really good play by Jason there.
The Jason is in the attack already drop 2, right? -2, right? Will there any switch on the next turn?
I'm not sure, but Isidore here cannot do a lot of things, especially after knocking off the Zapdos. He's probably switching off into Pokemon at the back, which is suits more better, for example, like Cresselia to launch off some Ice Wave onto the Salamence. But here the Salamence is still going to be faster. Let's see if the Nidoqueen will be sacked or will be switched by Jason. Jason, or actually Hafiz switching off onto a Katana, probably predicting there are no, and Zapdos just uses Ruse. Katana is being sent in. We see the Nidoqueen.
And there's the Ice Beam from Nidoqueen into the Katana slot. Almost half HP, and there's
and then a U-turn to Jason just to, because Isidore is a vital Pokemon, a pivot Pokemon that just go in, switch in and switch with that Intimidate and everything. And so right now Salamence is in really good position just to fire off a Hyper Voice and picks up the KO onto the Katana. And also here the Nidoqueen can just launch off a Slush Bomb, doing tons of damage onto the Zapdos right now. And so I think that Jason is 1 step or 2 steps ahead in this game.
Yeah, I mean like Hafiz already lost his Incineroar and the Salamence already become Mega, so it's Hafiz cannot intimidate again the opponent. And there's Jason switch the Salamence into Incineroar, trying to intimidate the opponent.
Yeah, especially trying to intimidate off that Katana by one more stage, so that Katana cannot be ensured cannot kill off anything. Hidden power from the Zapdos going to the Nidoqueen, not going to deal a lot of damage, and the Katana is actually using knockoff onto the Nidoqueen.
And knock off the life orb. And there's Ice Beam from Nidoqueen into Katana. And there's the Tailwind already petered out.
Right now, Nidoqueen is in really a good position just to fire up another Ice Beam. Even though if Katana is being switched out at the back, it's Salamence will get Hafiz will receiving a huge amount of damage. Or Zapdos can go for a Tailwind right now, but if he does go for a Tailwind, Katana will be very heavily threatened. Especially Katana cannot go for a Protect. It's an Assault Vest variant. I should just go for a Hidden Power, knocking off the Nidoqueen.
Yeah.
And so right now we'll see what the Katana will do.
Yeah, there's Leaf Blade into Incineroar, cheap damage, not very effective. But Incineroar decide to U-turn into Katana, pick up a KO. And Incineroar will go back to Jason. We will see what Pokemon next will come.
And so yeah, basically Hafiz is leaving out with Salamence and also a Zapdos, but he still needs to take care of the Tapu Fini. Thunderbolt from Zapdos cannot potentially picks up the KO onto the Tapu Fini with just 1 hit. So I'm thinking that double targeting with the Salamence as well is going to be a question. It's going to be a viable move, but the Salamence here is being -1 with the Intimidate from the Incineroar, which going to reduce the attack from the Salamence and making it hard to pick up the KO onto the Tapu Fini, which heavily threatens the Salamence.
Yeah. Now we see the fake out into Zapdos slot, while Salamence used Hyper Voice to double target a big damage into Incineroar.
But the Z move, we see the Water Wave, the Hydro Vortex from the Tapu Fini probably targeting the Zapdos just to make sure that it doesn't goes off a Tailwind or a Thunderbolt in the very next turn onto the Tapu Fini. We see onto the Zapdos is being turned around and around and around and went into a whirlpool under the sea, and Zapdos is being knocked out. And I think Jason will be winning this match and goes on to the final. Will be battling against Gary Carnati later on.
Yeah, good game for both players. We'll really see an interesting style. Yeah.
Salamence just goes for a double edge onto the Tapu Fini for hoping for a crit. For example, just knocking off the Tapu Fini is going to be huge. But the Moonblast from the Tapu Fini going onto the Salamence, picking up the KO, and so Jason wins the game and will be going on to the finals. There's a standing ovation by Hafiz, Siddik, and also Jason, and I will be bringing Hafiz, Siddik onto the stream table for an interview with him.
Yeah.
Begin.
Hi, I'm with Hafiz Siddik right now. Hafiz, how is your feeling?
I'm good because I'm lost with my friend Jason.
Why did you bring Zapdos on the third game?
Because it was a mind game before. In the game 2, Jason didn't bring Cresselia, so I really sure he didn't bring the Cresselia in the game 3. So it's okay. The Zapdos can sweep the Jason team, entire Jason team.
I
Should
see.
be.
Yeah, it's too bad to lose the Incineroar in the first.
Yeah. I know. I didn't predict that the Art Power gives so much damage to the Incineroar. Actually.
Yeah, it's too bad. At least you done your best.
Yes, I done my best. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, PKMN-id.
Thank you.